Hey everybody, Steve Vigil here again, and bringing you yet another video about passive investing, being a private mortgage lender. And, you know, been doing a few videos about some more creative ways to be a passive investor and do very, very well. Typically when we think about private lending, we don't think about some of the creative things that we can do to get our money working. And there's a lot of things that can be done. There's a lot of great ways and a lot of avenues that you can use to make this happen. And me being an individual who's on both the lending and borrowing side, we like to do a lot of different creative things to put our passive investors' money to work, not just in the fix and flip avenue, but in the longer term stuff. And I think that this is something that we really need to think about and look at, because the benefits can actually be much, much better than the short-term private lending on flip properties. Because on those, you're in and out quickly, and you may not have another avenue to put your money back to work fast. And really, the reality is, in many cases, is over the course of 12 months, you actually make less in that kind of a situation. So let me do a screen share here, and we'll talk about this method, another method that we use right now. We're going to be talking about owner financing properties. And lending on owner finance deals can also be a great way for a private lender to get their money working. We don't necessarily think about this because we're not taught about this. And it's, when we hear most people talk about private lending, they talk about the flip side of it because that's the glamorous thing. Everybody thinks it's the glamorous thing. But in the long run, if you can put your money and work with investors on owner finance deals, this can really be a great benefit to you. Now, I'm not saying that you have to put your money out there for 30 years before you get it back. That's not necessarily the case, because the terms can be set up however you want to set up the terms. They don't have to be 30-year notes. They don't have to be 20-year notes. Now, they certainly can be, but they could be 15, they could be 10, they could be 5. There's all kinds of different things ways that you can set this up. So it's a very good winning proposition for you as the lender. And it also works for me as the borrower if I'm in the borrower's position, because we have to make it work for both of us. So kind of the mindset we've got to get rid of is it doesn't have to be 30 years. I don't have to put my money out there for 30 years before I get anything back. But if you put yourself out there, in 5 years or 10 years, and you're still going to do very well with that. And we also have to think about on these notes that we're doing in an owner finance situation. Are we doing amortized notes? Are we doing interest only notes? There's a variety of things we can do, and oftentimes the deal is going to dictate what we're going to do. And but also the experience level of that investor you're working with is also going to make a great big difference as well. So setting those terms so it works for all of us, keeping your money working steady. If your money's working steady, you're always going to come out better in the long run. And it's just same thing like owner finance. If we flip a property, once we flip that property, it's sold, we've made the money, and we're not going to make any additional money on it. When we're in an owner finance situation, that money can continue for a very long period of time if we want it to. So, owner finance can be a fantastic avenue to get your money working. Finding the right borrowers that are doing this strategy can be fantastic. It's a great thing to do, and something that, I encourage. It's something that we are very big on doing, and we want to do a lot more of this type of these types of deals, because it just keeps that money working longer. And once that money is working in an owner finance situation, where all of us are 100% the bank, the buyer is paying the taxes, the insurance, the repairs. We lose all that stuff. Now, you as the passive investor, you don't necessarily have to worry about that. But me, if I'm the borrower, then if it's a rental property, which we do have a lot of rental properties, we have private investors, funding those deals, I still have to take care of that stuff. So, we get into owner finance, it starts making it a little different situation and making it a very smooth transition for all of us. just another avenue of things that we can do as passive investors and getting that money to work. But at the same time, you also need to realize that when we're doing owner finance, we have to have the attorneys involved that know how to do the owner finance. If you're lending to me and I'm the borrower, we have to do a wraparound mortgage on that. We need to have the attorney that knows how to do that kind of wraparound mortgage. Very important. Then we also need to look at the accounting side of it. We need to get our CPAs involved from the accounting side, because there could be some different tax implications that we have to deal with when it comes to owner finance as well. All is very good, all things I think we should do. So another great tip and hint for you to get your money working as a passive investor through owner finance, through working with a borrower that does owner finance, through possibly doing owner finance yourself. There's a lot of different things you can do as a passive investor. You don't necessarily even need an investor borrower to do that. You can go out and do these deals owner finance yourself. But then you have to put in some work, and now you're not so passive anymore. So keep that in mind. So trying to give you some great insights on different ways that you can put your money to work. These are things that we do. I'm teaching about how I do it. I'm telling you how I do it. I'm trying to give you the best education I can. There's so many things that we can do out there. So hopefully this is some good information for you. If so, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Hit our notifications. Share our page with everybody. Invite people to come and join us and look at us. If I'm missing anything in questions, if you have questions that I'm not answering, please let me know so I can find out the answers for it and get a video to you so we have answers and we can cover everything. So until the next video, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you real soon.